Hello, second grade. Mr. Bowers here. Welcome to week 2 of our online music series. So I just have to tell you before we get started how much joy it brought to my heart to see all of you when you turned in last week saying your name and your favorite food. Oh my goodness, it also made me hungry. But it just brought me joy to see what your responses were. I had no idea what your favorite foods were. Let me see if I can think of a few. One person said nectarines. Somebody said chocolate muffins. Somebody else liked sushi. And of course, some of you liked pizza too. So anyway, it brought me joy. I thought I had typed comments for all of you to see in your family, but because it was my first week using Seesaw, I didn't realize you have to click post for those comments to be seen. So nobody could see my comments. But I promise you, I watched every single one of those videos you sent, and they all brought joy to my heart. So, all right, let's get started. I go first. You are the echo. Starting with 4 claps. Here I go. Clap, clap, knees, knees. Head, shoulders, knees, knees. Head, 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 shoulders, shoulders. Shoulder, shoulders, knees, knees, knees. Good. Now we're going to flick. Now it's kind of like when you wash your hands at home and you've probably flicked on either your brother or sisters or your parents. You flick water on them, but we're going to flick to the right. So I go first, 4 flicks to the right. Ready? I go first. Flick, 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 flick. Now the left, flick, 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 flick. I go to the right and to the left. To the left and to the right. Now I go right, left, left, right. The opposite, left, right, right, left. Good, now I do flicks around the world. The other way, flicks around the world. Right, this is my little world right here. It's pretty small, but all right. How about this one? Cross, 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 cross. Cross, shoulders, knees, knees. Cross, shoulders, knees, knees, knees. Cross, shoulders, knees, cross, shoulders, knees. Good, I'm just checking to see if you're awake. Now we're going to do a little bit of singing with our do, re, mi. All right, I go first. Do, do, do. Do, re, do. Do, re, mi, mi. Mi, re, do, do, do. Good. Now this time you're going to sing almost the same thing, but I'm going to sing it down in my octave, because I kind of have 2 voices, a low voice and a high voice. So I'd like you to sing up here on this do, but I'm going to start down here. Ready? Let's try it. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Good. Do, re, do. Do, re, mi, mi, mi. Mi, mi, so. So, la, so. So, so, mi. So, mi, so, mi. So, mi, do. Mi, re, do, do, do. Good, and if you ended up on this do, you did everything correctly. Excellent. Now I'm going to review our echo song that we did the first thing last week. It's called Welcome to Music. Now we're not always going to repeat every song every week, but just because it's the second week, I thought we would do this one again. So again, you're going to hear part of the song and then you echo it. You'll remember it.
Welcome to music, welcome to music. Glad you're here, glad you're here. Gonna do some singing, gonna do some singing. Gonna use our ears, gonna use our ears. We're going to have a lot of fun, 'cause music time has just begun.
And now, the next thing we will do is something that's really good for you. When we do it right, it really sounds sweet. We're going to keep the beat. I always keep the beat when I'm singing. I always keep the beat on the piano. Sometimes you can see it in my fingers. Other times you can see it in my feet. Sometimes it's only in my head, but I always keep the beat. So now you can join me on the next thing we're going to do is called Engine number 9. And it's kind of a slow beat about this speed. I wanted to get that in your head. Good. So you're going to hear that engine number 9. See if you can keep the beat on your knees or your head or shoulders, whatever you want. Here we go.
Engine number 9, going down the railroad line. If the train goes off the tracks, will I get my money back?
When you hear the train whistle go off, you know it's just about over. Now that was a pretty slow and steady beat, right? That train might be just chugging up the mountain, or maybe it just left the station, right? Not going so fast. I have another train song for you, riding that New River train. This train is now chugging along the tracks, so it's going to be a faster beat, right? It's about this speed. So I wonder if you can keep the beat the whole time. It's about 2 minutes long. Now you could do your knees the whole time if you want, but there's so many different ways to keep the beat. See if you can mix it up a little bit. Could be claps. A lot of the things that we do to start classes off with are ways to keep the beat, right? Could be your head, right? Or your shoulders. We've done all that. You could even mix it up and do something like this. Head, shoulders, knees, clap. Head. Or you could do the flicks, right? You could flick the other way. Flicks around the world. There's so many options, and I only just now stopped keeping the beat. So keeping the beat is such an important part of music. It should be something that never gets boring. So here you go, riding that New River train, and keep that beat.
Riding that New River train, riding that New River train. It's the same old train that brought me here, gonna take me back again. Darling, you can't love one. Darling, you can't love one. You can't love one, 'cause it isn't any fun. Darling, you can't love one. Honey, you can't love two. Honey, you can't love two. You can't love two and still be true. Honey, you can't love two. Riding that New River train, riding that New River train. It's the same old train that brought me here, gonna take me back again. Baby, you can't love three. Baby, you can't love three. You can't love three and still have me. Baby, you can't love three. Sweetie, you can't love four. Sweetie, you can't love four. You can't love four, 'cause there isn't any more. Sweetie, you can't love four. Oh, riding that New River train, riding that New River train. It's the same old train that brought me here, gonna take me back again.
Alright, in the New River Train, the song pretty much stayed at the same beat the whole time through because that train just kept on going through the track. So now I have another song for you to listen to. It's called Poor Little Bug. Now you're going to hear this song 6 times. It's a pretty short song, but it's going to be a little bit different each time. So the first time is just the regular version. The second time, see if you can listen to that beat. It goes a little bit faster, right? The third time, it's going to go slower. The fourth time, we're making some changes with the singing. The singing is going to be louder. The fifth time, the singing is going to be softer. And the sixth time, you hear silly singing. All right, listen for those 6 different versions. Poor Little Bug.
Poor little bug on the wall. Nobody loves him at all. No one to wash his clothes, no one to tickle his toes. Poor little bug on the wall. Poor little bug on the wall. Nobody loves him at all. No one to wash his clothes, no one to tickle his toes. Poor little bug on the wall. Poor little bug on the wall. Nobody loves him at all. No one to wash his clothes, no one to tickle his toes. Poor little bug on the wall. Poor little bug on the wall. Nobody loves him at all. No one to wash his clothes, no one to tickle his toes. Poor little bug on the wall. Poor little bug on the wall. Nobody loves him at all. No one to wash his clothes, no one to tickle his toes. Poor little bug on the wall.
Alright, so now you get 3 extra bonus rounds of that song, versions that I made up. So this time, I'm going to change 2 different things. We're going to do the rock and roll version. So it's going to be faster and louder. Here we go. Poor Little Bug, rock and roll version. Here we go. Poor little bug on the wall. No one to love him at all. No one to wash his clothes. No one to tickle his toes. Poor little bug on the wall. Oh, that was definitely faster and definitely louder. But notice that once I had that beat locked in, I kept that beat pretty steady. So that's the most important thing, is keeping the beat. How about, I feel like going on a vacation. I've never been to Hawaii, but I've heard it's just so pleasant with the palm trees waving in the wind, the breezes, the hula skirts. Oh, I feel relaxed already. So this version is definitely going to be slower, and I think I'll make it a little bit softer. So here we are, Hawaiian style. Poor little bug on the wall. No one to love him at all. No one to wash his clothes. Poor little bug on the wall. The Hawaiian version, definitely slower, definitely softer. But notice my rhythm, the beat, was steady. Slow but steady. Hawaiian style. All right, let's do one more. How about jazz? All right, so first I like to get that beat going. All right. So this is in the middle. It's not fast, not too slow. Here we go. Poor little bug on the wall. No one to love him at all. No one to wash his clothes. No one to tickle his nose. Poor little bug on the wall. So 3 different versions. Special bonus just for you. But notice each one had its own steady beat. All right, this week you have easy homework also. It's going to be kind of like last week, not exactly the same, but it brought me so much joy to see you all say your names and your favorite food. It made me hungry. So this week, I'd like you to say something a little different. For the first part, it's all the same. It's, I know how to keep the beat. That's pretty easy, right? I'll try it again. It goes like this. I know how to keep the beat. It can be on your knees, could be on your shoulders or your head. And then I would like you to say, I like, but something that's not food this time. So it could be anything as long as it's not food. It could be, I like my family. Or maybe it's, I like my dog. It might be, I like camping. Or maybe, I like to play outside. So anything you want, as long as it's not food. So if it were me, Mr. Bowers, doing the assignment, here's what it would look like. I press record. I know how to keep the beat. I like music. That's my homework. So that should be easy. Hope you had fun. I can't wait to hear back from all of you. And this time I'll make sure that you can actually see my comments. All right, thanks.